And speaking of which,
Absolutely.
you'll be able to check out the different regions in the IlluviDEX and be able to actually navigate those. And let's just quickly show everybody what we mean by that. This gives you an even better idea of kind of the sense of place, if you will, that all this land has. And you'll be able to kind of shop for land based on region. By the way, I'm going to show you in a moment. We have an entire live stream that we did, deep dive with our concept art team, going into the lore and some of the really cool aspects of these regions. And also, Kieran, I know you put together some articles going into these regions as well, if you want to learn more deeply about each of them, not just how they look and where they're at on the map. So this is the IlluviDEX. The numbers you see here are inaccurate. I'm just showing you this for navigation purposes. But here at the top, just pick a region, Kieran, and let's dive in and show everyone how they can take a look around in the IlluviDEX. What do you want to look at right now?
Let's go to the Crystal Shores.
Awesome. So I'm just doing this drop-down menu, clicking on Crystal Shores, and it's going to zoom me straight into Crystal Shores. And here I'll be able to see on the map all of the different plots of land that are available. And of course, it's going to be in a list format as well. And you can choose to dive into each of them being color-coded. So let's say I was interested in this particular land. I would click it. It loads up this land plot and its information, and it has this specific location. It tells you what the tier of that land is, what its landmark is, the element sites, fuel sites, pricing, and the whole nine. And as you're looking through the IlluviDEX and kind of shopping for land, if you will, you can favorite some of them and kind of keep them in your shopping list, if you will, if you're planning, if you kind of have your eye on certain land in these regions. And we also have sorting features too for people that want to look at time ascending and descending, because this is a Dutch auction. We'll talk more about that later. And also lowest price and highest price, as well as other filtering options of what's coming soon, expired, various tiers of land, etc. So you don't have to randomly just look at squares here in these regions to try to figure out what you're going to get and what you want. You've got tons of filtering options so you can find precisely what you're looking for. And what's cool is if you zoom out here, just on Crystal Shore example, you will see where that land is relative to all 7 regions of Illuvium, which is great. And then you can just kind of zoom into any region that you'd like and go find land literally exactly where it's at here on the grid, which is really, really cool.
These are in batches. And so you still will have the ability, even if it's not on sale yet, you can still go and search, favorite it, get your strategy set in stone. So you're like, okay, these are the 5 plots that I'm going to go after. You might add maybe another 10 as backups if they get taken or they're purchased at a higher price than you felt comfortable with. But this interface is designed to make people be able to build their strategy. Obviously, we're going to touch on megacities later, which means you need to purchase the land adjacent to each other in 2x2 and 3x3 plots. And so we didn't want this situation where it was just like a massive frenzy of just clicking on the same tile, and everyone's rushing to pick it up. It's like, take your time, choose the land that you want. And this sort of a UX and UI just makes it. I personally have never seen any NFT sale, whether it be land or PFPs or whatever, that has gone to this amount of detail. So like the Florian and Steven from the UX and UI team, they've done an impeccable job here.